tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Ready.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Kareem Hunt with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
54, Seth! Hey, Charlie!
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
After the sack on first down, Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. From the gun, it's Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Protein spill, white.
To throw again, Ryan. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzama. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
All day, every day, any day. Slam, slam, slam.
Throwing again, Ryan. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Grant Haley in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones able to find Waller. That's complete. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. That'll be a gain of 16. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try to run with Hunt. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
6-6, pull it hot.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Kill. 11. Hey, express.
To throw is Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Check. Bravo.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hunt. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Jones. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Come on, set. 18,
They'll run on first down. Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Hunt. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down, it's Hunt. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. 1st down, Seattle.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, great play.
SOS. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Face.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw again on second down. Ryan, and he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready. Check.
It's just me and you. Check.
21.
Crouch.
On first down, Ryan. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Darius Slayton, his 11th touchdown of the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
X3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Ready. 30 base.
Check. Mike 42. Watch the car. Watch the car.
Now Jones on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They're going to try and throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Like 25.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Got it.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
51. Go.
57, come on.
Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
60
On 1st down, punt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 11. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Pilot, 64, weak.
No gain on the play. Leads to
5.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it?
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
57, come on. I got you, boy.
Foxtrot.
57, run. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
61, match, get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Hey, Haywood.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there, a 22.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They need that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, maybe got to give a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. They come up in an offset eye. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Check safety, check safety.
Gun.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. T.J. Logan. his first touchdown on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. He's checking. Crash. Space.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Jones from the gun. He'll throw. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Screen. Watch the screen.
Let go.
Looking to throw. Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll look to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, second down. Here's Ryan. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Down, ready, back 25. Get him. 21. 11.
Now Ryan. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
57.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
20.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw again. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Jones steps away.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike, snap.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. The temptation to go for it probably there, always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here, but you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
55, 57, come on. Ricky, Ricky, Ricky. Sponge. No, got it.
Here's McCaffrey. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
55, 57. Let's go. Shoot. Check.
McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
We love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Ready, blue 80. We own it. Check three. 39. Hey, Tuesday. 57 to March. 6'6", pull it high.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.